Hello, Chelsea. Thank you so much for giving me some time to talk a little bit about how you use Contribly, why you use it, everything. Um, Maybe to start off with, would you mind introducing yourself for me and tell me a little bit about your career?
Yes, of course. Hi, I'm glad to be here. So I am Chelsea. I am the event manager at Farmers Weekly, the magazine. So I organise the events from small little webinars to large multi-event series, live in person, etc. All the events that Farmers Weekly do.
And could you tell me a bit about Farmers Weekly? What is Farmers Weekly?
So Farmers Weekly is a weekly magazine for farmers, does what it says on the tin. But we are actually a lot wider than that. So we are aimed at the farming industry, but we also do a lot of B2B with other agricultural companies, which is what a lot of our events are run for. So we will do webinars of content and ideas. And we do a big event called Britain's Fittest Farmer, which is multi-series, which brings farmers together to really make that community. Yes, we are very informative and we have a lot of content, but we also enjoy making the community come together and really bringing that farming community back up to the mainstream news.
And what did you do before you were using Contribly? Did you work much with user content or in your day-to-day role in the event space? Because obviously I know that the editorial team use it a lot, but your side is a little bit different.
Yes, so our events obviously don't work without our users. We need people there. That's what the events are for, and that's who we do them for. So we would get a lot of user-generated content come in, whether it's application forms or like video applications, or they want to ask a speaker a question, etc. If we're doing something like that, so we'd have a lot of it come in. It used to come in through different email addresses, different links, any way that was the easiest for us at the time. But it'd come in from all over the place, and the inboxes did get quite full.
Is that the main frustration that you had beforehand? Like, what were the frustrations and challenges that you were experiencing?
There were a couple of things really. One was that it was all over the place. We'd get it from emails, we'd get it through our socials, and people would just apply how they found easiest, because you couldn't really put one way of doing it. It wasn't open to all. So it was all over the place, and people would get lost through the net, etc. And the other was that we do a lot of videos, images, and some private content as well. So we asked some people for our Britain's Fittest Farmer about their mental health. So some of it we needed to make public, and some of it we needed to keep private. So yeah, it was just like being able to send in those videos, being able to make sure that they got filtered and approved right before they just went out to everybody, really.
And you mentioned Britain's Fittest Farmer, and you mentioned it a couple of times. What's Britain's Fittest Farmer?
I mention it because it is my favourite event. So Britain's Fittest Farmer is a fitness and mental health competition. So we go across the country through county shows and get farmers, farmers' wives, farmers' families, anyone in the agricultural industry can come along and compete in a very physical, hay bales over your shoulders, flipping tyres. It's very fun. It gets everyone together. And then we also put mental health as a big aspect on that, because obviously farmers, it's well known across the industry that farmers struggle with their mental health. So it's really a way of building that community, getting them in touch with charities like FCN, etc., and just really bringing everyone together. It's a real fun event.
And you organise all of this?
I do, yes.
Fantastic. And Contribly is usually seen as a content platform, but you use it for Britain's Fittest Farmer as well and other events. Could you tell
Yes.
me how you do that?
So we use it as our registration form, essentially. So to apply for BFF and a lot of our events, we ask some general data like your name, your address, your email, etc. But we also ask for an image of you so that we can promote you. Yay, you're joining BFF. And videos as well so that we can see you working out and like you can really engage. And then we ask you some questions about who you are, and then those personal things about what you do to help your mental health. Mm-hmm. So we get everyone to do that through Contribly because it is the easiest, most efficient way that I've found.
And why is it so easy or efficient? Why do you use Contribly versus some other tools that are specialised in events?
Just because it's a link that you can embed in our website, which is ideal. It's the easy way to get it out. We can short link it, etc. And then everybody applies through the same method, which has their videos, their images, everything private and public that we want to share, and it's all in one place. I can download it. I can very easily go through and check and approve that they haven't put things in there too personally, or that they are actually fit enough or capable enough or fit the criteria for Britain's Fittest Farmer. It's just the most simple way of clicking through, approve. It's all in one place. And it means that others can do it in the industry as well, like in my company. So like my colleagues can go through and do it rather than it just being in my inbox.
So the process, if I understand correctly, is you're using the Contribly widget to ask for people's names and emails and stories and photos and registration.
Yeah.
And then it comes into Contribly and you're approving it or declining it. What are you doing with that content?
So we approve it and decline it. And then those that are approved and have been put through to Britain's Fittest Farmer, they actually get automatically uploaded onto our website. So there is a photo reel so that everybody can see who's competing, who else they're competing with, or who else they're just going to meet and see and make friends with. And yeah, that content gets automatically put up, which wouldn't happen with anywhere else because it just goes straight from Contribly.
That's good. I'm very proud of that, obviously.
You should be.
And what were the drivers to why did you start using the audience's content? Is it a marketing kind of piece for it more than anything, or why do you use it like that way?
Yeah, so from our point of view, yes, it is marketing. The more people see all these images and videos come up and learn more about their competitors, the more they go, yes, I want to compete in that. I want to go meet this person and run against him. But it also has that aspect of it really engages our audience, not just for marketing. It's lovely to be up there. It's lovely to see it up there. And it just kind of makes us closer to them.
I love that. So it saves you time, I'm guessing. Could you give me an
So
idea
much
of how
time.
much time it would take you if you were doing it manually or with another tool versus potentially doing it with Contribly?
So when I was doing it manually, I used to put aside in my week half a day just to go through all of my applicants, send it to the right people, approve them, etc. And as we got closer to the competition, that half a day became a day, became nearly 2 days, depending on how many we got in that week. Whereas Contribly, I put in 15 minutes on a Monday morning and it's done. It's so much quicker, so much easier. I just download everything, send that download to the right person, and then everything else is done. It's all done in the system, which saves me a lot of time.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad we've managed to help you save a bit of time. And have you worked much with the Contribly team? Have they supported you, or was it your team that showed you how to do it? How easy was it to use?
It was my team who showed me how to do it, because they've been using it for the editorial side a lot longer than we've been using it for the event side. And they just took me through it. It was super simple. It's quite self-explanatory, which is nice because that means when I'm teaching my team how to do it, it's a very simple task, and then they pick it up really quickly. But then I also know that you're there if I need you. So you already taught me a new trick when I spoke to you last. So it is really easy, but you are there if I need you, which is just really reassuring because sometimes technical things just aren't easy when they should be, but Contribly is.
Good, that's good. And what impact do you think it's had on you or the team using these tools at all?
It gave me my love back for BFF because it's that process it's so long, and going through all of your emails and it just constantly clogging up my emails was just too much, and it kind of made it a drag. It made it a bore without my boss hearing me that I just said my job was a bore. When like the simple processes are just so much easier and so much quicker, it means that I can focus on why we do BFF and why I love BFF and organising it in a better way because I have more time in my hands to do so.
That's awesome. I'm so glad we helped, even if it's a tiny bit, towards getting you to love BFF again. And do you have any plans in the future of how you hope to use it or other things that you're hoping to do?
We are changing up our events quite a bit. So we always have new ideas and new things coming along. So there are quite a lot of events that may have been discussed in the past that now, because I know how to use Contribly properly, I've got new features of it, then I can go, well, maybe we can do it that way and we can use Contribly to do this. So yeah, we've got some new events down the line that might be possible.
Exciting. And last question, why did you choose Contribly?
Because it's just everything's in one place. It's easy and simple and everyone can use it.
Would you recommend it to anyone else? Cheekily, obviously I'm going to ask.
Everyone. I recommend it to everyone. No, in all seriousness, Farmers Weekly comes under the brand of Mark Allen Group. So we have lots of different magazines who are also now venturing out into events. So we can now recommend it to them for both their content editorially and now their events as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.